Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Elijah here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about why ACL injuries make or break athletes. Basically, right guys, I'm gonna break this video down into 3 parts, talking about why an ACL injury is possibly one of the worst injuries you can have, to talk about famous athletes you probably know of who have suffered ACL injuries. First thing I'm gonna talk about is how, despite their injury, how they were still able to become great athletes. So anyway guys, let's get straight into it. So for the guys who don't know what ACL stands for, ACL stands for anterior cruciate ligament, and your ACL, right, is located in the middle of your knee. So the primary function of your ACL is to provide stability to the knee during activities like running, jumping, pivoting, or sudden changes in direction. The ACL helps maintain proper alignment of the knee joint, preventing it from buckling or giving away. Without an ACL, the knee becomes very unstable. This is why some players that depend on quick, rapid side movements can't play with an injured ACL. Statistics show that female footballers are more likely to injure their ACL, with injury rates showing that they are 2 to 7 times more likely to injure their ACL compared to male footballers. And research by the University of Minnesota Medical School showed that on average, there are on average 200,000 reported ACL tears in the United States. A lot of athletes who have maybe injured their ACL may be scared to injure it again, and because of that, not play with the same aggression they used to play with. And to recover from an ACL injury, it can take even 8 to 9 months, bro. So imagine being out of action for that long, right? And when you look at the NBA, right, ACL injuries are listed as one of the most common injuries based on their mean annual indice, with an average indice of 1.5 to 2.6% of total injuries of the NBA per year. In the NFL, the median rate of ACL tears is 62 per year. And for my NBA fans, right, the first person that you probably think about injuries is probably D-Rose. And for the people who don't know who D-Rose is, which is very surprising, basically, right, in game 1 of the first round of the playoffs, Derrick Rose injured his left knee while trying to jump. He was immediately helped off the court. The injury occurred and the Bulls were leading by 12 points with 1 minute and 22 seconds left to play. The season prior to Derrick Rose's injury, he won the MVP, being the youngest player to ever do so at 22 years old. During this time anyway, Derrick Rose averaged 25 points, 7.7 assists, and 4.1 rebounds in 81 games. Chicago would also have the best regular season record, with D-Rose leading the Bulls to 62 wins. After the injury, however, D-Rose didn't look like his old self. He drove to the basket less, he was less efficient on his mid-range shots. For his injury, D-Rose had an offensive rating of 109.6, which is how many points a player can produce either by scoring or assisting per 100 possessions. After the injury, however, this number dropped significantly to 95.6, which means D-Rose wasn't nearly as effective and involved on offense as he once was.
Hurt. So a lot of people may look at my story and be like, man, he's the biggest what if, blah, blah, blah. You right. What if I didn't get injured? What? I wouldn't have found myself. I still would have been a part of the fucking circus, bro.
Another great player who has suffered from an ACL injury is Alan Shearer. Alan Shearer is widely regarded as one of the best strikers of all time and one of the greatest players in the history of the Prem. Alan Shearer holds the Premier League's goal scoring record with 260 goals. With his debut season at Blackburn Rovers, Alan Shearer would injure his ACL in a match against Leeds United in December 1992. However, the following season, he would go on a crazy run, scoring 31 goals in only 14 matches, which is crazy. And the next season, he bettered that with 34 goals to help Blackburn win the Premier League. Earlier in his career, especially at Southampton, Shearer played more of a creative role, providing chances for strikers and making runs into space. Later on in his career, however, Shearer played more of a forward role after his age robbed him of his pace. Shearer was able to hold the ball up well, and he functioned as a target man, and he provided balls for other players. Pause. And what I find so crazy as well is that back then 15 million could have got you Alan Shearer. Nowadays anyway, Hellcat people cost 180 million pounds. Bear in mind that they used to be free as well. Third and final athlete that I'm gonna talk about who has injured their ACL is Georges St-Pierre. Georges St-Pierre has torn both ACLs. The first instance would occur while training to fight Nick Diaz, tearing his right ACL completely. This injury came after he sprained his left MCL, forcing him to pull out of a scheduled bout with Carlos Condit. If I butchered his name, forgive me. St-Pierre would return, however, in 2012 with 3 successful title defenses. With his 2013 retirement, he tore his left ACL in 2014, putting his MMA comeback even more in doubt. Despite this, however, he would return to the UFC in 2017 to defeat Michael Bisping for the middleweight title. What made Georges St-Pierre so great was his skill set, plus his ability to shift from striking to wrestling seamlessly and knowing when to do so. Anyway guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you were able to learn something new today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, share and subscribe here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.